Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Dr. Mary Njccn and I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to participate in this webinar regarding the Educational Capacity Survey. As you may know, the New Jersey Collaborating Center for Nursing is the primary source for data on New Jersey's nursing workforce. The center serves as a catalyst for the implementation of innovative education and practice models. To that end, the center conducts an annual survey of all nursing schools on behalf of the New Jersey State Board of Nursing in an effort to monitor enrollment and graduation trends and demographics of both students and faculty. It cannot be understated the importance and value of data that is available to policymakers, legislators, researchers, and educators like yourself. In the past, the integrity or the accuracy of the data has been of concern. This is in part due to the ambiguity of some of the questions and definitions of terms that were provided to you in the survey. In this webinar, we hope to provide clarity to facilitate accurate data collection. At this time, I would ask you to follow along as I go through the revised survey, and I will be pointing out key elements and clarifications from previous surveys. To start with, before we actually go into the survey, the primary information that you'll be providing to us will include the name of your nursing program, the contact information and school name that you have for your organization. We'd ask you to please list each extension site where the program is being offered, the street address, and all of the other particulars that belong with that particular satellite campus. We ask you also to provide information regarding your nursing program's dean or director or chairperson. And we also want you to identify the registered nurse with his or her nursing credentials currently accountable for administering the nursing education program. We also are asking you to indicate whether your governing entity is a public institution, a private for-profit, or a private not-for-profit institution. And we'd like you to list if your school is accredited, by whom is it accredited by. And then we'd like you to indicate the types of programs you offer and if they're offered online. This survey is going to be sent to all licensure programs, including diploma, ADM programs, both generic and bridge, pre-licensure baccalaureate programs, accelerated programs, pre-licensure master programs, post-licensure BSN to RN to BSN programs, masters in nursing both for clinical and non-clinical tracks, and of course then the doctoral programs, PhD and DNP. So all the information that you're able to provide regarding your programs will be on the survey that you will receive from us here at the Collaborating Center. And so now we will begin with a little bit of background about the Collaborating Center. The New Jersey Collaborating Center for Nursing is the primary source for data on New Jersey's nursing workforce. The center serves as a catalyst for the implementation of innovative education and practice models. A little bit of background. The center conducts an annual survey of all nursing schools on behalf of the New Jersey State Board of Nursing in an effort to monitor enrollment and graduation trends and demographics of both students and faculty. All schools accredited by the New Jersey State Board of Nursing are required by law to complete the survey as per the regulation you see here on the screen. The data collected are represented in an aggregate form and are not applicable to individual nursing education programs. Again, I cannot understate the importance and value of data that's available to policymakers, legislators, researchers, and educators like yourself. In the past, the accuracy of the data has been of concern. This is in part due to the ambiguity of some of the questions and definitions of terms. And so in this webinar, we hope to provide clarity to facilitate accurate data collection. And so on to the Educational Capacity Survey. I've already discussed with you the preliminary information that will be in the front of the survey, but now we're to be moving on to question 9, which is really getting into depth about some of the data we're going to be requesting. What we'd like you to do on this question number 9, and there will be similar questions, is to enter the number of seats for new students for each program type during the academic year from 2013 to 2014. The academic year constitutes September 1st, 2013, all the way through August 31st, 2014. And as you can see here, there are available seats, qualified applicants, admitted applicants, and new enrollees. In the past, there has been data placed in these sections that have been unlimited, unknown, 999, or 100 plus. And this provides inaccurate information, and we're asking you to please refrain from doing so. The Survey Monkey which you will receive will not allow you to put in typed words in those boxes, and 999 or 100 will come up as an error. And so this would be an example of incorrect data information that would be placed in here. Unlimited, unlimited, unknown, and you can see 999. Back to question 9. If you told us that you enrolled 200 new enrollees, then this number for male and female should add up to 200. It's the new enrollees that are in your program. Okay? And so we have an example here. The number adds up to 200. For question 21, we're going to be asking you about your race and ethnicity. Again, for all the programs as it applies to your particular organization. And again, the demographics should add up to the total student enrollment that you report, as you saw on the first slide in slide number 9. And again, this is the example of how it should add up to 200. We're asking the same thing for the pre-licensure programs, the accelerated programs, the masters for race and ethnicity. And you will also hear, I should point out, that these subject headings are being changed a little bit. They will be congruent with those from the United States Census Bureau and will include some other race and multiracial as additional options, so that if students do report to you in that fashion, you'll be able to report that to us as well. This is again the same thing for non-clinical tracks. And again, the number should add up to the total that you report for enrollment. That's the number it should be added up to at the very end. Okay, this is also for the doctoral programs, PhD, DNP, or other doctoral programs for race and ethnicity. In question 25 here, we see that we're going to be asking you for students' age as of October 15, 2014 for those diploma ADM programs, generic and ADM program bridge programs to fill in the information. There will again be an opportunity for you to fill in missing or known information. If that is the case, we're going to ask you to ensure again that the demographics of the student should add up to the total student enrollment that you report for that school. And here is the example of how to fill in the information correctly. If we said you had 200 students that were enrolled, the numbers here should add up to 200. We're going to ask you to do the same thing if you have pre-licensure programs, including accelerated, also pre-licensure master's programs as well. We're also going to ask you about the post-licensure programs, accelerated programs as well, that include Masters in Nursing clinical tracks and Masters in Nursing non-clinical tracks. And of course, then the doctoral programs if your organization does offer these programs as well. In question 30, we take a look at faculty, both full-time and part-time. We'd like you to enter the total number of your full-time and part-time faculty by the highest level of education as of October 15th, 2014. The sum of all the numbers must equal the total number of full-time and part-time faculty. In the event that a faculty member has 2 degrees at the same level, for instance, baccalaureate in nursing and a baccalaureate in business, you need to count that faculty member underneath the nursing degree. And again, the demographics of the faculty should add up to the total number of faculty employed that you report in the previous question, which is question 29. And although I didn't put that slide up, but it is asking you for that question on the survey. How many full-time and how many part-time faculty do you have? Question 31, we ask you about your faculty's gender as of October 15th, 2014. It does have male and female here, but we will have 2 additional categories here. One would be for missing or unknown, and one would be choose not to disclose. We will also have these categories for the students when you go to fill in student gender for our information in the data collection in the original part of the survey in the beginning. And again, the demographics of the faculty should add up to the total number of employed faculty that you report in question 29. Question 32, we ask you about your faculty's race and ethnicity. As we have spoken about with the students, there will be a revision to these categories which will be congruent with those of the United States Census Bureau. There will be an opportunity for you to fill in multiracial or some other race, so that information will be able to be as accurate as possible because, again, we're asking you to make sure that the faculty demographics should add up to the total number of employed faculty that you report in question 9. Question 33 asks you about your faculty's age, and of course here now you see we have placed in the category for missing and unknown so that your information could be as accurate as possible so it totally adds up to the number that you tell us. Question 29. So let's recap for a minute. For the pre-licensure students, do not report unlimited, 999, unknown, or 100. And SurveyMonkey will not allow you to type in a alphabetical response, but only a numeric response. But please do not place 999 or 100 in those capsules because that information then becomes inaccurate for us to take a look at. We're also asking for you to do the same for the post-licensure students, no 99 and no 100. Again, the demographics for the students should add up to the total student enrollment that are reported. The demographics of faculty should add up to the total faculty that are reported. And we are going to ask you to double check how you report qualified applicants and how many were admitted. For example, one school reported 2,803 qualified applicants and all 2,803 were admitted. We realized that this was obviously not accurate data, and we did notify the school with that information that they had sent us. We understand that you want to not limit how many people that you're willing to say are be qualified and able to come into your program, but the reality is there are a limited number of resources and seats available for these students, so as accurate as you can place the information into the survey, the more value the data will have because the integrity will be upheld. Survey completion and submission. At the end of the survey, the dean or director of nursing in your organization will need to certify the accuracy of the data being submitted. Important dates to know. The Educational Capacity Survey will go live on November 5th, 2014, and the completed survey is due December 12th, 2014. The Educational Capacity Survey Annual Audit. This year, starting in 2014, an audit process is being implemented to ensure accuracy and integrity of the data submitted. We are asking you to please retain a copy of your data that you have submitted for future reference. The New Jersey Collaborating Center contact information is listed here for your review. We are located at 180 University Avenue on the second floor in Newark, New Jersey. Our phone number here at the center is 973-353-2715. Please feel free to give us a call at any time for assistance with the survey or with any other questions you may have. We're also located on the web, and here is our address, and you can contact us via email as well. Our collaborating staff includes Dr. Edna Cadmus, who is the Executive Director. I'm Dr. Mary Johansson. I am the Associate Director. Dr. Pam DeCordova, she is our Research Faculty. Allison Creary Cornelius, who is our Administrative Assistant. And Miguel Martinez, who is our Project Analyst. We'd like to take the time now to say thank you very much for participating in the webinar and taking the time to review the survey with us in order to ensure accuracy of the data. Please feel free to give us a call if you need any assistance with completing the survey. You will be receiving the survey via a link for SurveyMonkey, as well as a PDF attachment that will have the actual survey on it that you may download and then be able to use as a reference as you're filling out the information. Feel free to give us a call once again if there are any questions, and thank you and have a great day.